Did you know that it is possible to win money every time the wheel spins or the dice is rolled? I mean every single time, while making a profit. The strategy that we're going to talk about here can be applied on any even odds bet that can be found in the casino, including roulette, baccarat, and even some sports bets. It takes a little bit of discipline, but it can be a great way to get some consistent gains coming your way. This strategy will totally change the way you look at even money bets forever. I call it the double coverage strategy. First, let's review what a simple martingale system looks like because there's some similar aspects to this strategy. Let's say you're betting $5 on red in roulette. If you lose your bet, you're going to double your next bet, and you're going to continue to double your bet every time you lose until a red is landed on, or you reach your limit that you've set for yourself. Ideally, each bet is going to be big enough to cover the losses that you've had on previous rolls, and still give you a profit once you win. Now, let's say that the ball lands on black 4 times in a row. If you had been following the martingale system, you would have lost $75, and you'd be contemplating if you want to put $80 down on red for your next bet. This can get out of hand super quick, so let's see if we can tame it a little bit. In comes the double coverage strategy. For the first bet, you're going to stick with a $5 bet on red. But you said that we'd be winning on every single roll, and if we only bet on red, then just shut up. We'll get there in a minute, okay? If you win your bet, congrats, start over. If you lose, here's what you're going to do. The goal is always going to be land the ball on red, so double your bet on red. That money is to earn back your losses you've made so far. Next, you're going to put a unit on black. That unit is to win back your current bet on red in case it doesn't land this turn. You tracking? Hang with me. If you win, it lands on red. You'll find that you'll have exactly what you started off with. If you lose, you're going to continue to double the bets on both red and black. If you're not tracking, here's the progression that you should follow until you get a win. If a red hits, you can start the process over. If black hits, you'll have to continue the sequence, but it's a whole lot cheaper than it was before. Here's an example. Our bet's going to be on red. So first unit bet is going to be $5 on red. Spins away on that, and it's a red. Like we said earlier, if you win, you start over. So the next bet now is going to be a repeat. $5 on red. Spin again, and it's not red. Now we go to the sequence, which doubles on red and puts a unit on black. That is also a loss, so we double the bets again. Double red, double black. It's going to be 20 red, 10 on black. That's a win. And we're back where we started right when we started this sequence, which is at $5. We continue to start the sequence over and over until you reach either 4 losses in a row or whatever limit you've set for yourself. It could be 6 or 8, whatever your bankroll can handle. Remember what our losses were if we went 4 losses in a row with a regular martingale? $75. Now, if you draw your limit at 4 losses in a row with this system, you'll find yourself in the hole only $40. Yeah, you can cut the martingale losses almost in half, which means that you can sustain longer losing streaks now, or if you keep your limit at around 4 losses, you can survive longer at the table. Give it a few practice tries. It's a whole lot easier than it sounds. Now let's talk about the zeros. God, I hate zeros, okay? Best place to get a 0 is on the first round because it doesn't mess with your sequence at all. And it gets worse from there. With betting on both sides, there's a lot more on the table, literally. as you know, all of that can be lost with a zero or double zero. So what I like to do is on the fourth round, I'll throw $2 on the zeros just to hedge my bets should the worst happen. Now think of this. This is also why I think this strategy works better with baccarat. Because in case of a tie in baccarat, instead of losing your bets, all bets are pushed, which means that you can just let the system do its work without fear of losing it all. Go check out our video on how to play baccarat here. Shameless plug for the channel there, but go subscribe while you're at it. Here's a chart of my gains on 100 rolls with this system that I've just explained here. As you can see, it's a low risk, low reward system, but it is a gain, which is more than can be said for most systems out there. It takes some patience, but anybody can make this work. Stick to the system, and good luck, everybody.